Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Is it working? I think it's working. Oh, hello, G Madness. What's the big news? Are you pregnant? Is that it? Is the mic working? I don't know if it is. You got a new toilet? Alright. When's the review coming? Very important. Very important. Need the review. Need it. Okay. Thank you for confirming it's working. Never know with this microphone. It's kind of crappy. But, yeah. Impressive flush. That's one of the most important things, so I'm glad to hear. Alright, I think we're going to get going. Most picked champions. Oh, I didn't... Houston. Who knew Houston was good? Purdue. They have that tall dude that looks like a pedophile, so no. President Biden, probably a terrible bracket. Stephen A. Smith, terrible bracket. Big Sean, terrible bracket, but nice cock. Yeah. Alright, I don't know who any of these people are. You know, Jay Bilas. And all these people seem irrelevant. Can we get the Hail Hydra bracket on here at ESPN? I'm hoping we can. Alright. Let's go fill out the bracket. Is it looking good on stream? Okay, it is. It is. Alright. UConn and Stetson. I didn't know Stetson was a place. Not gonna lie. Where is Stetson? Nobody knows. So I'm gonna pick UConn, my alma mater. Shout out Connecticut. One of the top 50 states for sure. FAU and Northwestern. Northwestern is in the Northwest. And FAU is in Florida. And I don't really like Florida. So yeah, Northwestern. Jacob LeGrumer pitched at Stetson. Wow. What team is he? He's on the Rangers now, right? Shout out Jacob DeGrom. He's a pretty good pitcher. Not as good as Cole Hamels, but it's pretty good. San Diego State, UAB. We're obviously going UAB because look at that baller-ass logo. Let me pull that up. Look at this thing. It's the coolest logo of all time. Reminds me of... What's the... Can't think of the name, but at Legoland, when I went back in the day, they have a roller coaster that's on a green dragon. Remind me of that. Can't think of the name, though. Auburn and Yale. Now, everybody knows this is the easiest pick of the century. Yale beating Auburn. Fuck the Tigers. Fuck Alabama. Fuck Cam Newton. Go Yale. And then, after that, we got BYU. I was just there saving Zach Wilson. Got home today. Shout out Zach Wilson. Shout out Swig, a soda bar chain that started in Utah. Because, Mormons can't drink coffee, so they got to get all their energy from soda. So, yeah, Swig. Forget what I got. What it was. I forget what I got was called. But it was like Sprite with raspberry puree and fresh lime in it. Phenomenal stuff. So, yeah, go BYU. Illinois, Morehead State. Let's go Illinois, I guess. Shout out. I don't know anybody from Illinois. Shout out Chance the Rapper, I guess. He's from Illinois. Dinesh coach was LBJ high school coach. That's pretty cool. Still not winning, though, because he's going against the might of the Latter-day Saints. Saw 6, I think I counted in total, Latter-day Saints churches when I was in Utah. So, yeah, again, if you're Mormon, shout out you. Keep doing what you're doing. And then we got Washington State and Drake. This is another one where we're picking based off the logo. Washington State. I can't spell tonight. I'm too delirious. But look at this logo. See, it makes the W, the S, and the U for WSU. Isn't that clever? So yeah, that deserves them a spot, making it past. I did not see Zach Wilson, but I felt his energy around me, I could just feel him manifesting himself, being like, go subscribe to Hail Hydra on YouTube. I am your biggest fan. So shout out Zach Wilson. Shout out Taysom Hill. Shout out any other Mormons. Fading Drake Bell. Damn, prayers up for Drake Bell. Just saw that he was getting groomed when he was like 16 at the Dan Schneider factory. So yeah, prayers for you, Drake Bell. I hope everything's going good. But you are also a groomer, so I guess not prayers for you. I don't know. I don't really know how it works when you're a groomer and you got groomed. But yeah, fuck Dan Schneider. Ooh, Iowa State's a 2 seed. Who the hell knew? Now, of course, we got to pick them because that's where Breece Hall went. Best running back in the league. Fuck you, Christian McCaffrey. You're a bum. Breece Hall clears. So, yeah. Next, we're on to the West. North Carolina and Wagner. Wagner? I hardly know her. But, yeah. Guess go North Carolina. Mississippi State versus Michigan State. I've been given intel that Michigan State has the new Cassius Winston. And because of that, I was tempted to pick whoever they were going against. But I see that they are a lower seed, and they're usually pretty good when they're a lower seed. They're usually poopy when they're a high seed. So we're going to pick Michigan State. That is for my man G Madness. Shout out G Madness. All right. Grand Canyon and St. Mary's. I don't know. This is the first one that stumped me. Because, shout out St. Mary. But also shout out the Grand Canyon. Never been, but one day I will be going to the Grand Canyon because it looks so cool, right? Grand Canyon is elite. So, yeah. And, there's usually 12-5 upsets. Is this the one to be picking? Probably, because the Grand Canyon is cool. Alabama, Charleston. Quinn and Williams went to Alabama, so I got to pick them. Shout out Quinn and Williams, best defensive tackle in the league. He was before Aaron Donald retired. He's better than Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, You retired because you're a bum and you're scared of the New York Football Jets. Shout out Aaron Rodgers. Shout out Mike Williams. Shout out Tyron Smith. Shout out Morgan Moses. Shout out whatever the left guard we got. His name is. I'm forgetting. What's his name? Something Simpson. It's something Simpson. John Simpson. Shout out The Simpsons. Shout out Homer. One of the best TV shows of all time. Homer the GOAT. Clemson, New Mexico. Clemson, pretty sketchy. You know, Deshaun Watson is a rapist, and he went to Clemson. So we're picking New Mexico. Baylor and Colgate. Colgate, fuck you, Colgate. This is an Aquafresh channel. Aquafresh for life, best toothpaste. So we're picking Baylor. Aquafresh, if you want to sponsor me, hit me up at Hail Hydra on YouTube. So yeah. Ooh, Dayton and Nevada. I was just in Nevada. That is a fact. That is a fact. But I also like Dayton's logo. Let's pull it up. This is logo time with Hail Hydra. It's a pretty cool logo. It's not one of the best logos, but it's really cool. Especially when they make the little tip blue. I think I'm going to choose Dayton because of their logo. A lot of people have Grand Canyon, but I'm fading the all-white lineup, St. Mary's. I'm not fading the all-white lineup, St. Mary's. Okay. That's fair. See, I didn't know they had an all-white lineup. But even then, Grand Canyon, pretty elite. All right. Arizona, Long Beach State. You know, Long Beach Island. Is this a New Jersey reference? I don't know. Where is Long Beach State? Who knows? Last I checked, Jared Lucas was a point guard at Oregon State for 3 years, starts on Nevada. Okay. Go Nevada. Thank you for the intel. Nevada, let's go. Arizona, Long Beach State. I think I'll pick Arizona, I guess. They're frauds, but, you know, Long Beach State, not a real state, so it's kind of battle of the frauds right there. Houston and Longwood. Now, Longwood is a funny name because wood means penis and long means long. So it basically means long penis. And Houston. I guess I would pick Houston. They had that one dude with the man bun like 6 years ago. I remember he almost killed Michigan. Long Beach State head coach was fired, but the school asked him to coach through the tournament. That's fucked up. Why would they fire him before the tournament started? You know, they should just have me coach the team, but I guess they don't want it to be too overpowered. Nebraska, Texas A&M. Nebraska, Texas A&M. You know what? I'm making this one a chat decided pick. Whoever types in chat first, Nebraska or Texas A&M, I will pick. Let's see who chooses what. In the meantime, I'm going to do some light flossing. Shout out Floss. It's good to floss your teeth. Shout out Oral-B Satin Floss. Good floss. Nebraska has a Japanese phenom. Damn. Nebraska, Japanese dude. Kishi Tominaga. Oh, he does look pretty legit. Born February 1st, 2001. He's my age. I guess he's older than me. Damn. But since you guys did both say Texas A&M, I guess I will be picking them. Shout out this dude. Ranger College, that's a pretty cool college. It's a handsome man right there. Samurai Steph. It's a pretty cool nickname. But Texas A&M, I guess you're being picked. Wisconsin, James Madison. I guess we're going Wisconsin. James Madison's kind of a fraud, you know. Shout out to Abraham Lincoln. Fuck you, James Madison. Flossing, flossing, flossing. Alright, Duke, Vermont. Vermont, of course, is one of my alma maters, but Duke is the home of Duke Ellington, good jazz artist. Shout out Jazz, pretty cool. Shout out Pharoah Sanders, the GOAT jazzist. So yeah, let's go Duke. Texas Tech, NC State. NC State, pretty cool. They do have a good logo, but Texas Tech also has a good logo, so. Kentucky and Oakland. Oakland, New Jersey, I'm assuming they're from. I'm assuming. But I guess we're going to go Kentucky anyway. Shout out Kentucky. It's a cool state. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Had it once. It was pretty good. Now, of course, we got Florida versus either Boise or Colorado, I'm assuming. Let me pull it up. Yeah, it is Colorado or Boise. You know, I don't know. I do not know. I just do not know. Can we get a score update? Okay. It is 24-22. Let me pull it up on ESPN so you guys can see even more. Shout out the Celtics, by the way. Bucks are frauds. Peyton Pritchard, the GOAT. Oh, it's on True TV. I didn't even know they aired college basketball. That's kind of crazy. Shout out Oregon State. Shout out the Beavers. Robbed. I don't know why we're not here right now. Shout out Washington State as well. Fuck every other team in the Pac-12. So that's why we're picking Florida. Even if Boise State wins, still picking Florida. And then we got my real alma mater, Marquette versus Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky, I guess they're pretty cool. What is even their logo? I can't even tell from that little thing. Oh, holy shit. This guy is cool as hell. I love this guy. Damn. This guy's the sickest little guy I've ever seen. He's like Grimace, but red. If they use that on the ESPN bracket maker, I would probably pick them over Marquette, but since they're just using this lame ass towel, it's not getting picked. What is a Hilltopper? I guess there's just people on top of a hill. I don't know. It seems like a stupid name. Big Red cannot talk. Big Red must always be red. Big Red does not have a gender. Shout out the non-binaries. Big Red must always be shown with WKU on the front. Seems like some weird stipulations to have about the logo, but I guess. All right, back onto the Midwest. we're going to go, just making sure I'm not blocking this, Purdue versus Grambling. Purdue versus Grambling. Now, Purdue does have that really tall dude that looks like a pedophile. So, can I really trust them? No. But I think they'll probably make it one round, you know. Then we got Utah State, TCU. Again, I'm going to pick Utah State because I was just there. It's a very pretty state. Gonzaga versus McNeese. Why is Gonzaga not a 1 seed? They're always a 1 seed. What went wrong? McNeese, though. What is McNeese? Where is this place? It's in Louisiana. I would have never guessed that. I guess we're going to go Gonzaga, though. Kansas' best player is out and the other best player is questionable. Well, I'll pick Stanford then. Actually, I don't know. The Jayhawk is a cool logo. But that Stanford logo is pretty cool too. Look at this little guy. Look at this. Oh, where's the logo? I don't care about the actual team. There he is. Look how cute he is. I love dogs. Shout out dogs. Shout out Owsley. Shout out Bessie. Bessie right behind me. Fun fact. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Computer's almost dead. Gotta plug it in. Good thing I got the charger right here. Alright. I guess we're gonna go continue the bracket. South Carolina versus Oregon. Shout out South Carolina. If there's any Ducks fans watching, go fuck yourself. Fuck the Ducks. Pieces of shit. Okay. Now we're going Creighton versus Akron. LeBron's from Akron, so we're going Creighton. LeBron, fraud. Al Horford, better, all time. Everybody knows it. Texas versus Colorado State. I'll go Texas because Archie Manning plays for them. And, you know, Archie Manning, related to Eli Manning. It's a pretty cool dude. All right. Oh, St. Peter's is back. I remember the St. Peter's. Shout out. Versus Tennessee. You know, lightning usually doesn't strike twice, so I'm going to go Tennessee. But, shout out the Peacocks. All right. Back on to UConn Northwestern. UConn versus Northwestern. I guess I'm going to go UConn. UAB versus Yale. Now, usually, every year I pick the Ivy League team to go win first round, lose second round. And I don't want to break that tradition because it's been keeping me strong. So I guess we're going UAB because of how sick their logo is. But shout out Yale, my alma mater. Shout out to the town of New Haven, Connecticut. They have one of those Taco Bell cantinas where you can get alcoholic drinks. Or they did have one, but I think it was a victim of the pandemic. Rest in peace. It was right across the street from the Yale campus. If memory serves correct. And then we got BYU versus Illinois. Keeping up with the Mormons. And then Iowa State versus Washington State. We're going to keep picking Iowa State because of Breece Hall. Breece Hall, if you're watching, I love you. All right. North Carolina versus Michigan State. Guess we're going to go North Carolina. Is Brad naked? I hope so. What's the best pizza place in New Haven? I was a big fan of Zupardi's in West Haven. Their stuff was really good. It's New Haven. It's New Haven pizza. Shout out Zoo Parties. Pizza's really good. Shout out. Alright, back on to the bracket. Grand Canyon versus Alabama. Guess we're going Bama. I already have UAB going. And they're also 12 seed, so you know, Alabama, you kind of win by default. New Mexico versus Baylor. Baylor, I guess. Is RG3 still there? He might be playing for them. I don't know. I just do not know. Arizona versus Nevada. Nevada's coming in clutch with the Oregon State legend, Gerard Lucas. Fuck you, Arizona. Alright, now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Houston versus Texas A&M. Guess I'll go Houston. Wisconsin versus Duke. Let's go Wisconsin. I don't know. Coach K died, so I don't think Duke's that good anymore, you know? Rest in peace, Coach K, if you're watching. Thank you for teaching Jason Tatum. 'Cause he's the GOAT. But I read your book one time during work at the Deal Casino. And it was a pretty boring book. You're not a great writer, Coach K. I'm going to be honest. It's very elementary writing, you know? I was looking to see some better prose from someone like you. But I guess that's why you're a basketball coach and not an English teacher. Kentucky, Texas Tech. I'll go Kentucky. Marquette versus Florida. Sam Decker, Wisconsin legend, and Frank Kaminsky. Yes, of course. Shout out those two, especially Frank Kaminsky. I wonder what he's up to. What is he up to? Oh, he's playing in Serbia. Why? He's like a better Jokic. He should be playing in America, and Jokic should be back in Serbia. Damn. Oh, he won the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Award. Well deserved. Oh, his jersey retired. Well deserved. Well deserved, Frank. All right. Florida versus Marquette. I'm going to pick my alma mater again. Florida, no shade, but kind of sketchy. Kind of a sketchy state. Whereas Wisconsin, perfect state. Nothing wrong with Wisconsin. Shout out cheese curds. Purdue versus Utah State. This is where Purdue loses because they lose every year. Fuck you, Purdue. Utah State going all the way. And by all the way, I mean to the next round. I don't think they're going farther than that. Gonzaga versus Samford. Gonna go Gonzaga because of Kelly Olynyk. You know, maybe they'll have him do some WWE type shit where he just joins the court, balls up a little bit. That'd be pretty sick. Sam Decker has one of the best bloopers when the ball drilled him in the face on the breakaway. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Sam Decker. Sam Decker ball to the face. Blooper of the year. Oh, now I remember. Reminds me of Anthony Cap, a.k.a. Anthony Chambrone. I've seen him make similar plays on the court before. Alright, Creighton versus South Carolina. I'm going to go Creighton because they have a pretty cool logo. But shout out the Gamecocks. Good name. And then Texas, Tennessee. Tennessee because they have Grant Williams. And Grant Williams, one of the best players in the league. What's wrong, Brad? Why are you saying WTF? Is body word really necessary? And I can't even have a moderator delete that because you are the moderator. Alright, UConn versus UAB. I guess we'll pick UConn. I do remember that. So, for those unaware, this one time, me and Garrett balled up on the court, played some 2K, 2v2s on in my career against Anthony and Santino. Now, I was a 56 overall, which I believe the lowest, or like I was one level. I don't know. I was in my 50s. And, they had players in their 90s. And me and Garrett still beat them. Fundamental basketball. Fundamental. We were working in the low post, kicking out, only taking open shots. Elite chemistry. So, kids, if you ever think you're not talented enough, you probably aren't. Unless you're skilled enough like me. Alright, where am I up to now? BYU, Iowa State. Ooh. It's a tricky one. Tricky. The Mormons will prevail because they have the power of God on their side. And Iowa State really only has the power of corn. And does God supersede corn? I think so. But it remains to be seen. North Carolina versus Alabama. Gonna go Zach versus Brees, basically. Yeah, that is a good point. Now, of course, I do think Brees Hall is a slightly better player than Zach Wilson at the moment. But BYU, they're gonna get lifted up by Joseph Smith, by the Mormons. It's going to happen. All right. Baylor versus Nevada. Or wait, no. North Carolina, Alabama. Got to go back to that one. Alabama, they do have Colin Sexton. But at the same time, North Carolina has King Rice, King Rice versus Colin Sexton. Who's the better player? I think for now I'm going to have to go King Rice. All right, and then Nevada, Baylor. You know what? Nevada's going to keep the run going because Baylor, they're sketchy. If BYU makes it as far as this prediction, we must soak. Okay, I'm down. I am down. Wisconsin versus Houston. I guess Houston. I don't know. I guess Kentucky, Marquette. Utah State versus Gonzaga. You know what? It's gonna be a Utah-heavy tournament. We're seeing so much Utah prevail. And then Tennessee, Creighton. Gonna go Creighton. Because they have the good logo. I don't think I pulled up their logo. Look how cool this guy is. It's a cute little bird. I like birds. Birds are good. Alright, now back to the top. UConn, BYU. I think this is where BYU's run will end. What if we get a BYU-Utah State final? You know what? I would welcome it. Shout out Utah. Shout out Mormons. God, that would be so sick. That would be so sick. Utah State, they have Jordan Love. Jordan Love versus Zach Wilson. QB battle of the century. Best quarterbacks in the league. It'd be a crazy matchup. Which is why I think the deep state won't allow it. I think they will rig it so BYU loses to UConn. It's where my heart wants to go with BYU, but I just think, big Catholicism wants to stampede Mormonism before it comes too big, Big Protestant, big Catholicism, big Lutheranism. All the religions join together to stamp out the true religion. Shout out Mormons. Also, shout out Scientology, the real true religion. Okay. Houston, Marquette. Marquette, we're going Marquette. Do they still have the bald guy, Shaka Smart? I don't even know. I know they replaced my dog, Steve, whatever his name is. It is Shaka Smart, okay. I was right. Shout out me. Alright, and then we got North Carolina, Nevada. I guess North Carolina. I guess, I want to see crazy shit happen, but crazy shit's happening on the other side because Utah State is making the Final Four, baby. Let's go. Oh, their best player has been hurt. Well, damn. That makes me reconsider things, but I don't care enough to change it anymore. I don't care enough to... Well, I don't know. Should I change it now? I don't know. I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I was going to have Marquette go all the way, but now I'm kind of making me question it. Click on the Marquette tab. Yeah, I did see that. Okay. Let's read. Oh, he expressed confidence that he'll be back. Okay. You know what? I am confident that they will win. Confident. This guy looks like he's an elite March Madness player. Alright. We're going back. Alright. Marquette, Utah State. Matchup of the century. Marquette, Utah State is the real championship game, by the way. These are the two best teams in the country. Yeah, it's really... I'll go North Carolina winning versus them. But yeah, Marquette, Utah State. Will we ever see a better matchup in basketball history? Probably, because any NBA match will be better. Will we ever see a better matchup in college basketball history? Probably, because the Iowa women's team is playing this year, Shout out Caitlin Clark. She'd probably be better. She'd probably be the best player in men's basketball right now, So, yeah, we're going to go Marquette. And then we're going to go Marquette, because that's my alma mater. And then we're going to... Oh, they changed the tiebreaker this year. Usually you predict the score, but now you predict total points. So I'm going to say 147. So I don't know. That feels right. I don't know. So, yeah. Shout out me. Submitting the bracket. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. How we feeling, gang? How we feeling, chat? You think it's happening? I kind of think Utah State might win. I don't know. I love Utah State. But yeah, Utah State, Marquette. I'm probably not going to watch any of these games. But if Utah State Marquette does happen, I think I will tune in. Lovely Final Four. Thank you. I don't like to pick multiple 1 seeds in my Final Four, but I don't know. I feel like if Utah State loses, you're going to have another Iowa situation. Well, no, because I had Iowa winning the whole thing, so I'll still have my points on the board after the first, I think that game was like one of the first few games, and then my bracket was ruined. Shout out Keegan Murray, by the way. Deep State made it so he wouldn't win the championship that year. But yeah, Utah State making the Final Four. Marquette winning it all. Shaka Smart, if you let me down. Killing myself. The blood will be on your hands, Shaka Smart. So better think twice about losing. Alright. I think I'm going to call it quits. Because I need to go to sleep soon. Because I have been up for about 33 of the last 36 hours. And I'm very tired. And shout out United Airlines. Shout out Las Vegas. Cool place. Shout out my brother. Shout out what else should I shout out? Shout out Raising Cane's. Had that for the first time the other day. Pretty good. They have good chicken tenders. Their chicken tenders are pretty good. If you're ever in the area and you want to try Raising Cane's, I definitely recommend it. The bread's good too. Fries, I'm not a big fry guy in the first place. But, they were fine. They were typical crinkle cut fries. They were like exactly like the Shake Shack fries. Shout out Shake Shack, by the way. Real ones named J-Man827 can tank it without having to use the bathroom. G-Man 333 and Anto Kneecap DX cannot tank Shake Shack like I can. Let it be known. And I even had a milkshake when I had Shake Shack and I didn't have to use the bathroom. A milkshake. You know how special that is? A chocolate milkshake and I didn't have to shit my brains out after? That's right. I'm built different. I can tank it. I can tank it. Alright, I'm probably talking in circles. There's